Hi, I'm Patrick, and this is my demo for the car parking simulator app. So yeah, let's get straight into it. For the database, I'm using an MySQL database, and I'll just show you that right now. So at the moment, I've already got, I've already got some customers. I've got 10 customers already in the database. So yeah, this is I'm just going to. Actually, sorry. So basically, when I start the system, it generates QR codes for each of the customers already in the database. So if the QR code is already there, it'll just be overwritten, so that's fine. So I'll just show you that working now. So here is it without any QR codes. So if I go and run the app, so it's connected to the database, and it should have generated a bunch of QR codes. Yeah, there we go. So straight off, this is the interface. Enter to trigger a new customer. Each to trigger a random customer leaving, which doesn't have to be random now. It can be either random or you can select a customer to leave. P to print the customers and C to cancel the simulation. So let's go ahead and add a new customer by typing N. So yeah, here we go. Added a new customer with license plate MK25QOW. And let's just go and have a look and see that it generated a QR code for that MK25QOW. Here we go. Open it in Paint, and yeah, there's the QR code generated. I'll show you more about that in a second. So let's also just check to see that it's updated on the database. So yeah, there we go, MK25QOW at the time. So it's currently 309. So just remember that for when I delete a few customers. So yeah, I'll just show you the customer class first. There's only 3 real classes that matter, and customer is one of them. There's custom machine and simulator. Simulator just simulates the whole experience, and mostly it's just down to machine. So here's customer, and all it really does is it has a file path to its QR code, and it generates a random license plate in the constructor. Well, generally in the constructor you can add like custom customers, but I don't have to do that very often. So yeah, basically it just creates a new license plate using this method, license generator, which essentially generates a bunch of capital letters, alphabetic capital letters, by generating a random number between 60 and 65 and 90, and you're wondering why 65 and 90, because that 65 and 90 are the two ends on the ASCII table, with 65 representing capital A and 90 representing capital Z. So yeah, it does that a few times, generates a few capital letters, generates a couple of random integers. Yeah, so that is the format of all the number plates. So it goes letter, letter, number, space, letter, letter, letter. So I'll show you the code for the approach. Let's just go up here. First off, I'll just show you the machine. So all the machine really does is it establishes a connection to the database, and it has a statement variable which is used quite often. One of the problems I had towards the end, is the time zone. There was a different time zone between the connection and the database itself. So a lot of the printed times of entrance for the cards, when I printed them out in Java, it was showing a completely different time to what it said in the database, and that was because I had the wrong time zone set. I hadn't set a time zone, so I fixed that. So now they match up. So machine constructor, there it is. I've got a few helpful methods like get customers in car park, which just counts the number of rows in the database. Approach, here we go. So all of this is just embedded SQL code. So it basically takes the customer, takes its license plate, takes the date, time, and inserts that into the database. And it creates the QR code using the method down below. I'll show you that in a sec. And then sets the instance variable for that customer to that file path. So for the QR codes, I am using the QRgen library, which is built on top of ZXing, and I didn't really use much of any of QRgen's functionality. I just used all of ZXing. So basically it creates the QR code with the default parameters for the height and the width, and just generates it from the number plate string itself. So yeah, and then it sets the file, uses the file path, which it feeds into the customer, and does the opposite for reading it. Just extracts the string from the QR code. So yeah, that's that functionality. And now I'll show you how exit works. There we go. So there is, I'll just do a print to show that works and see what customers we've got in the database. So it's 313 at the moment. So if I pick a customer that's been here for over, no, I'll just show you first of all that I'll just pick a customer that hasn't been here for more than 2 hours. So I do exit and then the number plate that I want. Sorry about the camera. So exit and the number plate that I want. So it shouldn't display a message telling the customer to go get a ticket. Yeah, there we go. Remove the license plate, and then let's find a customer that has been here for 2 hours or more. There we go, on 23, so exit, and then paste. So this should display a message telling the customer to go buy a ticket. Yep, there we go. Customer with license plate ARM23 has stayed for more than 2 hours or more. Please pay for ticket. I'm just going to show you that this has updated the database as well. So, yep, 9 rows, and those are all the times. Also, you can trigger a random exit, but I have no real use for this anymore. But that does work. Yep, so that customer is also there for 2 hours or more. I'll just show you the exit code as well. So that just reads, so essentially what it does is it extracts the number plate from the QR code given to it by the QR codes, the customer's QR code path. So it gets the number plate, and so basically it has to, first of all, it has to get the time, or so that it can calculate whether it's been there 2 hours or more. So it extracts the time, and then it deletes that entrance from the database. Excuse the update, prints a bunch of messages telling you what's happening, gets the date and the time from let's just see, date time, yeah, just basically extracts it from, because it's in a format where it's got space in between, and then it checks if it's been there 2 hours or more. If it has, then it prints this message. This is my method for printing the customers, which is fairly useful. Initialize the customers, which is basically creates the QR codes for each of the customers in the database on startup. Create the QR codes. Yeah. So that is basically all that I want to show you. I'll just show you that you can cancel as well. Sorry if I'm not pointing to the camera there correctly, but there, yeah, see, and that ends the simulation, and that is everything that I have to show. Yeah, no, I can't think of anything else to show. There's a couple more methods. Basically, this just guarantees that each of the license plates are unique. In the very small chance that it generates 2 of the same, I just thought just better to have it so that it can't have 2 the same, just better practice. Yeah, so that is it in terms of what I can show you. So thanks for listening. Goodbye.